Hello and welcome to another revision video. Today again I'm looking at the Foundation Tier Revision Workbook from Edexcel, and I'm going to be doing page 130, and this is Frequency and Outcomes, or topic 130, Frequency and Outcomes. So question 1. Brett goes to a restaurant. He can choose from 3 types of curry and 3 types of naan. Brett is going to choose 1 curry and 1 naan. Write down the probability that he chooses lamb curry with a butter naan. So this is a listing outcome. There'll be a 2-mark question on your paper for a listing outcome, and it's not. So I would say C, L, V, and P, G, and B, just to make my listing quicker rather than write the whole words. So I could have a C and a P, a C and a G, a C and a B. I could have an L and a P, an L and a G, an L and a B, and I could have a V and a P, a V and a G, and a V and a B. So I've got 9 outcomes. Write down the probability that he chooses a lamb curry with a butter naan. So lamb curry and a butter naan. That's one of the 9 outcomes. So 1 out of 9. Okay, question 2. Martin is holding 3 cards labelled X, Y, and Z. He mixes them up and asks Neil to choose a card at random. Write down the probability that Neil chooses card Y. So that's 1 out of the number of cards. So that's 1 out of 3. Neil replaces his card and Martin mixes them up again. Martin then tells Tej to choose a card. Complete the table of possible outcomes. So we've got Neil's cards and we've got Tej's cards. Neil, so this is another way of listing outcomes. It's almost a sample space diagram. Neil could choose an X and Tej could choose an X. Neil could choose an X and Tej could choose a Y. Neil could choose an X and Tej could choose a Z. Then we've got the Y and X, Y and Y, Y and Z. And then we've got Neil choosing Zs and Tej X, Z and Y, and then Z and Z. Look at the probability that they both choose the same card. So we've got 1, 2, I've mislabeled that one. That would be that one, or that one. So that's 3 out of the options, and we've got 9 options, which is the same as 1/3. Work out the probability that they choose different cards. Well, if the probability that they pick the same card is 1/3, the probability that they pick different cards is 2 out of 3. Okay, question 3. 120 adults were asked if they voted in the general election. 58 of the adults were male, 7 of the females did not vote, 120 of the adults voted. Draw a frequency tree to show this information. So frequency trees are quite nice. So we tend to do them as circles. Not the greatest of artists. That represents all of the outcomes we could have had. First of all, male and female. And then we've got voted and not voted. So I'm going to go V and V dashed for not voted, V and V dashed. And then I'm going to put some of the information in. So I'll change pen for this. And I'll do this as 2 different colours anyway. So I always put in the information from the question first of all. So we've got 58 there. 7 of the females did not vote. So that's a 7 going there. And then 103 of the adults voted. So we can't put that information in yet directly. So I'm going to put in some of the other values. So if we had 58 that voted out of 120, that means that 62 of the people were female. Let me just, I don't want to do blue. I wanted a different colour to one that I'd already used, purple. So I can put 62 there. And if we know that 7 of the females did not vote, that means that we've got 55 did vote. And then at this point we can use this fact here. 105 of the adults voted, and if 55 of them were female, then that means that 48 of them were male, and then that means that we had 10 males that did not vote. Okay, one of the males is chosen at random, so that's interesting wording. One of the males is chosen at random. That tells us that our denominator is going to be 58. Work out the probability that the male did not vote, so that's going to be 10 out of 58. And then we simplify that to being 5 out of 26. 29. And then question 4, a bag contains 50 counters. They are all either green or blue. A counter is chosen at random. The probability that it is green is 5 out of 10. Work out the number of counters in blue counters in the bag. If 3/10 of them are green, it means 7/10 of them are going to be blue. So I'm doing 7/20. 7/10 times by 50, which is going to be the same as 7 times by 5, which will just give me 35. There we go. I hope you found that useful. So again, that is taken from the Foundation Tier Revision book from Edexcel. This is topic 130 or page 130, and that's on frequency and outcomes. Thank you for your time. I hope you found that useful. Please subscribe if you like.